Hey, I'm Andrew Bacon, and today I'm going to show you how I made these awesome concrete bookends out of a dryer vent. Yeah, that's right. Check it out on today's episode of Field Treasure Designs. So let's jump right in. Yep, this is a plastic dryer vent that I found at a big box store. Took the bottom off because I don't need it, and then I needed to build a stand to hold it upright so that I could pour the concrete in. I had some 1/2 inch plywood laying around that works perfect. So after playing with it for a bit, I came up with this little design. There's 4 holes in this dryer vent that can screw directly into the side. So all I needed was an L that I could screw into. I'm using just a basic concrete mix that I'm mixing up in a little bucket. Now here's where it gets really complicated. Adding the water and then a paint stir stick, and yeah, you've got to go in a circular motion just like this. I worked really hard not to mess this part up. I added a little more water so that the concrete would be smoother. Then I grabbed my base. As you can see, I screwed it down to a 3/4 inch piece of plywood so that it would be secure. I got some wax paper from the kitchen and folded it 4 times as the backing. Obviously, I could have used some laminate, but this is what I had. And I kind of wanted to see how it would work. I didn't really know how the dryer vent was gonna match up with the wood and the wax paper, so this was a good test. Like I mentioned earlier, the dryer vent has 4 screws on it so you can attach to the side of the house. Well, this worked perfectly for attaching it to the stand. And there you have it. There's the stand with the dryer vent ready for concrete. And now the fun part, pouring the concrete in. I poured it about halfway up. Then I grabbed my paint stir stick just to agitate it and get those bubbles out. Then finish it off. Once it was full, I agitated it again, and then I grabbed my sander to really make it vibrate so that it would really settle that concrete in. It may not look like much, but it's really helping a lot. After I felt good, it was time to let it sit. I gave it a whole night, and then the next day I decided to open it. First, I unscrewed it from the stand. I was curious how the wax paper was gonna do. It was pretty good, although it left some raisin marks in there, as you can see. Next time, I'll probably use laminate. Using my razor blade, I cut into the corners like on the inside just so I wouldn't gouge into the concrete. I figured wherever there wasn't air touching the concrete, it was probably gonna still be a little bit wet, and I didn't want to damage it. So I just went kind of slow, working carefully so I wouldn't damage it, and it just popped right out eventually. And yes, it's definitely still wet in the areas where there wasn't air touching it. And it would have cured if I would have let it sit for a couple days, but I was totally impatient and wanted to see what it would look like. I let it cure for another day. And sure enough, it looked great. Well, great may be a relative term, but in terms of the concrete color, it looks pretty cool. And there you have it, my concrete bookends made from dryer vents. Man, I still can't believe this actually worked. I hope you enjoyed it, and maybe it inspired you to make something similar on your own. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to stay connected for all my future videos. Thanks.